Hey, thanks for tuning in. It's Jeff here, and I'm going to keep things pretty simple today. Maybe short, maybe not too short. You guys know how I kind of ramble on. Is I need to replace my Tornador cone or the trumpet and the other internals with their rebuild kit. So this is their Tornador Classic rebuild kit. So just check out in the description below for links to this kit. This one happens to be the official CT-200 Tornador maintenance kit. So you might want to click on or choose an aftermarket unit. However, I always typically find it's best to use the original part for so many reasons. Most of the reason is, money aside, you might save, I don't know, a couple dollars here or there on the unofficial part. However, when you buy the official part for most things, it's going to fit well. It'll fit really great and perform as it should. So let's get into it. So I've been using my Tornador to blow out interiors for easily over a year, and I've done absolutely no maintenance to it. I almost don't take care of it. I kind of treat it like garbage, and it finally started falling apart, meaning the trumpet is all plastic, it is 100% all plastic. I really wish it had metal threads to accept into the metal threads here. Now, you're probably saying, well, it's not metal, it's blue. It's something else. And the reason is I had to get through a project with this, and the trumpet just kept falling off. So I used some blue painter's tape to kind of like pick up the slack and kind of like make it a little bit thicker, if that makes sense. So the trumpet has something to adhere to. And you can see right here, I took the tape off, and the threading is metal. So, and you can see even here that the tape is pretty much shredded to bits. But it did its job. It got me through that detail. Um, and it's just time to replace. Things go bad, things get worn out. So over a year, um, this Tornador has made interior detailing so much faster, so much more time efficient. This little nozzle flings around within the cone, swirls up the air. So when you blow out interiors, especially carpeting, it fluffs up the fabric. It brings it up and loosens up that ground in dirt, and you're gonna see like a poof of dirt and dust and whatever the case may be. So a lot of times you might want to wear, and it's really advisable whenever you're doing any kind of interior detailing with compressed air, is to wear something for your eyes, and if it's really dirty, wearing something, some form of respirator or at least some kind of mask, so you're not breathing in all that stuff. So let's kind of get into it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the camera down and I'll talk through what I'm doing, but let me just show you this really quick. The kit, let me just open it up, and again, this is the OEM kit. The link is in the description. Hopefully it's still available when you need it. Hopefully they'll restock, because I do, like I said, I like OEM parts. So you're going to get a little instruction for the CT-200 Tornador maintenance kit. Pretty basic. You can just screen capture this if you need it. You get the plastic cone, the weighted tube assembly, and the plastic washer. This is the instructions on what to do, important stuff to do, so pause it and you can read this at your leisure. So here is the extra washer, the cone, or I'm sorry, not the cone, but the, what do they call it? The weighted tube assembly. So it has the threaded portion already taped. And you can see here, the tube is basically clear. Clear with the weighted section. And what we're going to do is, let's take off the old one, and I'm just going to use a basic adjustable. So like I said, let me bring this down and I'll talk you through it so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully this works okay. All right, so this is the new stuff. I'm going to put it to the side so we don't mess that up. Here is the old. Let's bring it up a little bit like that. Okay, So this is the old. You can see it is no longer clear. The new tube is clearly clear, and overall it's the same length. Let's just take it off and take a look um, what that looks like. So I'm just use my adjustable wrench. Here is, I guess, the nut we're going to take off. Just change that adjustable. I want to make sure you guys can see that. By the way, comment below if you think these are as good as everybody makes them out to be, because I think they're amazing in every possible way. It just makes cleaning interiors so much more time efficient. It's giving me a hard time. Let's see. Try this again. I don't want to strip anything, but this is the old one. There it goes. So I'm just going to take that off, unscrew it off. And what they definitely want you to do is clean the threading to make sure you get a good clean. So you can see all of that old tape in there. And let's just look at the old, right? Clearly it's old, it's discolored and new. Same overall length, but what's interesting, take a look at that. So I bought this Tornador probably 2 years ago at this point, and look at the weights, they're in different spots, old and new, ever so slightly different, old and new. I wonder if there's a reason. There's always a reason, right? There's always a reason why they move things. And you can see here in the cone, let me see if I can use this as a pointer. Use this as a pointer. So you can look here where it's clear or clean, and then you can see like the dirt lines. Just so you know, if I put my finger in there, I could feel the ridges. Over time, these weighted pieces right here hit where the white is and has basically worn it off. So there's clear indentations where it's clean and dirty. And I have cleaned this before, but I left the dirty so you can see the differentiation between clean where the weight hits on the trumpet. So it definitely has worn away at the plastic over time. Kind of makes you wonder where all that plastic went, right? And then here, if we measure, look at the two, here is old, here is new, same size and length, basically the same. Basically the same length. Okay, so now I need to move all those old parts away. I'll leave this here in case anybody wants to screenshot that. But again, the links will be below in case you want to order one and support my channel. That would be great. I super appreciate that. So I'm just going to use a brush here, and I'm just going to nylon brush and clean the threads because we want a nice and clean before we put on the new stuff. I really wish that Tornador, and I would actually pay more, a little bit more, if they would take this trumpet and make the threads right here, somehow make that metal. I know they make one directly on their site, which I didn't want to spend the money on it. A trumpet with a metal lining in it. Clearly that would last longer, but in my personal opinion, this is the failure point right here because metal to plastic threading never works long term, ever. But 2 years of use and it now is just failed, and I am not gentle with this whatsoever. So I mean that's something, right? That's something to say. So again, I'm just cleaning it out. I'm gonna take my time. There's no rush here because I want the threading. The threads seem totally fine right here. the trumpet. And from what I can tell, the inside is fine too. I'm just gonna, since I'm doing it, I might as well clean it a little bit too, right? It's not like I don't have cleaners. Let's get some, just a little bit of rinseless to clean it. And sometimes when I, after a detail, what I'll do is I will put the cone into a bucket of water like that, and 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 engage the air, and you know, the air is going out, it's not going to suck it back in. So that definitely helps clean out the trumpet. That's something that you could do if you wanted to. So it's pretty clean. Let's do one last brush, and then we just do the final assembly. So that's pretty much it. We're just going to take this from the bottle, take this, put this back into here, and I'm going to start by hand. Take your time. We don't want to cross thread anything, right? Take your time. Goes in nice and easy by hand. Again, this is the Tornador rebuild kit for the standard Tornador. This is the CT-200 Tornador maintenance kit for the Tornador Classic. It's like ZR something. Oh no, the Z-014. This is a Z-014. And we're going to just tighten this up with my adjustable wrench. We're not going to go over tight, just snug. Maybe a hair over snug, right? We're not going to torque it down. That feels pretty good. Okay. All right, from this point on, it's pretty basic. Let me bring you guys back up to me. Hold on a second. Okay. Here we go. All right. So we put on the new, I forget what they call this, the weighted tube assembly, nice and clear, nicely stuck on there, or quarter turn past tight. And all we're going to do now is put on the new washer right over that, and then the new cone, brand new. Be gentle with this because you don't want to cross thread metal to plastic, or you're going to spend more money on another kit. By the way, you can get just the cone if you want, but if you're going to do the cone, you might as well just do the whole thing. I'm going to put that on. Go easy, simple, and this will go just hand tight. Okay, that's it. You know what? Hold on a second. Let me go get some air. Okay, got some air. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to know more about the hose, the airline hose I'm using, or the reel, the retractable reel, where I mount it, things like that. If you want to learn more about my garage, put a comment below so I know you guys are interested in what products I've been using. Things like IK bottles, the 360s, love these for so many reasons, and this air hose reel, love it. Anyway, back to the Z-014 Tornador. Love it. Basic, easy, works, does what it's supposed to do. My first rebuild kit in well over a year. I'm just going to plug it in. Works fine. You can see that. I don't blow the camera away, but take a look at you can see the nozzle, and ready? See how it spins? See that? And that is what happens to the air. It spins around and lifts up all that debris. So brand new cone, brand new rebuild kit for the Tornador Z-014 using their actual OEM Tornador Classic CT-200 Tornador maintenance kit. Check out the link in the description below and see if you need one, want one, have one as backup, because when this fails, yeah, you can use painter's tape to temporarily hold it together. It just won't last that long. You might get through one detail after that. So you have any questions, let me know. And be sure to check out one of these videos here or here that YouTube believes would be important to you. And I will just see you on the next video.